Welcome back to Friar Talk, everybody. We're going live after the Alfaro absolute nuke to walk off the weekend. So, an amazing home run, by the way. Like, that was absolutely pimped. You see him freak out. The bat flip, the celebration, it was perfect. It was a perfect way to end the weekend. Um, and it was really, really needed. The way that I felt it was Alfaro had been sitting on the bench all game, just watching the lineup, just this pitiful lineup that we've seen the last couple of days. And that home run was like all of the team's frustration taken out on the baseball because that thing was destroyed. So very, very happy that happened. The Padres just won a 4-game series. They won a 4-game series, scoring 2 runs a game. They scored 8 runs only, and they won 3 games. That is insane. So props to Alfaro because he absolutely destroyed that baseball. But yeah, I know. I think everyone's a little bit frustrated about the offense. I know I am, but if you're going to be frustrated, that's a way to have it kind of answered for you guys. So good way to end the weekend at least.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to say something about my Marlins. But yeah, so it was definitely pretty frustrating up until that 9th inning, just because they went a really long time without scoring a run. They went, hold on, sorry. They went, what was it, from the bottom of the 5th on on Friday. They hadn't scored since the bottom of the 5th on Friday till now. So that was definitely one of the more frustrating things about this series. But overall, I mean, I was very glad to come out with a series victory, because I thought we were gonna split. I thought we were gonna go 2-2, considering there it is. I thought we were gonna go 2-2, considering how good that Marlins pitching has been. And I mean, I expected to win today because the guy that pitched today, I was really worried we are gonna split with the Marlins too. Also, he had a 6 ERA coming into this. Pablo Lopez has been one of, if not the best pitchers in the NL so far this year, and the rest of that Marlins pitching staff has been really, really good. So I really thought we were gonna split, but super happy to come out with a 3-1 victory. I didn't say Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Highly doubtful that there's a mother in here, but if there is, Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, but very, very happy. I know it was tough seeing that lineup be super stagnant for so long, and it wasn't fun watching at all. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter when these runs are scored. It matters that we win. So it was a good result.
Yeah, that's really true. I got to ask a question. So Stephen here says we got to get Hog on. We've had Hog on. You said he just got copywriter. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by he got copywriter?
Yeah, I'm
But
confused.
I had to ask that real quick. But yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
you look at it. Yeah, the big thing is the W's, and what I've noticed is that this team is being completely carried by one unit, and that is the starting pitching unit.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Manny Machado, shout out Eric Hosmer, because if those two guys aren't playing at the level they're playing, this team could have a losing record. Like, if even one of those guys, I don't think we understand how much of the offense is. Actually, okay, I take that back. I think we all understand how much of the offense is being produced by only those two guys. Because if you take away everyone else, and we've got some big hits, a timely hit by Alfaro tonight, of course. But this team is like, it's rough. It's like not even a 600 OPS. I think it's barely a 500 OPS as a team combined. So these guys are going to need to step it up a lot. But really, 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 really pumped that actually someone's showing up. So hopefully, okay, wait, I gotta go back in this chat real quick. I'm getting lost. Sorry, guys. I'm on my phone, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, I don't know. That's how I'm feeling about this offense. I think I'm a little bit frustrated there, but starting pitching, amazing. We haven't shouted out Joe Musgrove yet. Joe Musgrove, another unbelievable start. I want Joe Musgrove to get a big time contract extension. I want him to be the guy that gets paid, that gets traded to San Diego, similar to how Will Myers was, but I wanted to end out a little bit different. But I want him to be that guy. I want him, the hometown kid, to get the big deal here. So
Yeah.
that's something that I think I'm going to start really kind of pushing out there a lot. I know we did talk about it before, but Isaac, you got to, right?
Sorry, I was looking at the hog show, because Steve said he got copyrighted. What did you say at the end?
I said when you're looking at at Joe Musgrove. Like, he has to get extended, right? Because that's how I feel right now. Like, it is a must do. You must extend him.
Yeah, we made a video about it. I think 4 or 5 years at an average of 18 million is almost 18 to 19 million is perfect for him. He's still young. He's still got a lot of upside. I think he's still got 2 or 3 more years of great success for this Padres team, and he's been super fun to watch, especially this year. He hasn't lost a game. His ERA is solid. He's been everything that us Padres fans wanted when we traded for him. And remember, he was the least sought. He was the least hyped up when we traded for him because he came after Yu Darvish and Blake Snell, which is understandably so. But we had said, this guy's a sleeper, and we actually think he has a good chance to end up being one of, if not the best pitchers, one of the best pitchers in baseball, top 20 pitcher. And he ended up being just that. As of right now, he is still that. So, I mean, this contract has to be done as soon as possible. How many contracts happen during the season? I feel like it's very rare unless beginning of the season. But we have to, at least try and do it in season, try and do it as early as possible because we don't want that value to keep going up. And as of right now, it is.
Yeah, someone commented that back to Twitter on us. I tweeted something about you got to extend Joe. It basically pounded in the table to extend him. Someone said, yeah, every single time he comes on the mound, that extension gets higher and higher in price.
Yeah.
And he was a guy that was talked about getting an extension in the offseason. And I feel like the Padres are kind of kicking themselves if they didn't do it then, because he could have got signed for I feel like his overall extension, what he would have accepted, maybe he wasn't looking to accept a contract too, like maybe he wanted to go in another year, but I feel like pretty typically players want to accept a bigger contract sooner than later because you get all the guaranteed money. You have the risk that goes away if you get injured. Look at Clev's situation. It's probably going to be a lot different if he hadn't gotten hurt, for his deal. But for Musgrove, I feel like you could have saved maybe let's see how the season plays out, but I feel like it might end up being like a $15-20 million difference, which is crazy to say, but it feels like when we were talking about contract extension for him before, it was like 15 to 18.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be close to 20 a year, right?
I still think it'll be around 18 to 20 is what I expect.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's at the same numbers as he was last year, I don't expect it to go up past 21. So I actually think he's going to have, as of right now, he's going to have a similar season as last year. So because remember, last year he had those streaks where he would have 2 or 3 games in a row where he'd let up multiple runs and it wouldn't look so good. But as of right now, he's pitching fantastic. He hasn't had a single one like that. Is something wrong with my mic? Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. It's kind of out. Sorry, guys. I'm also on my phone. My computer broke recently, so I might be on my phone for a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, you sound good now.
Cool. Yeah, he's been really good. So someone said 5 years, 100 million. That's about what I expect too. Nothing past 5 years though. I don't want the Padres to, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to front load it too because you don't want to have it to where you have a massive contract when Fernando's contract gets higher and higher. Right now, it's less than 5 mil, I believe. I'll have to check, but you don't want Joe Musgrove's contract, his big money, to creep into the years where Fernando's making 20, 36 mil, 20 to 36 mil.
Yeah, no, totally agree there. See some people talking about the swag chain. I don't know if you saw that.
It came back.
So they brought it out. I didn't even see that.
Alfaro wore it. Mm-hmm.
That's a good time to bring it out.
I want it. I love the thing. I think it's awesome. I understand why it might have a little bit of bad juju on it. Not everybody likes it, but I like it. I think it's fun, and that's what I mean. I want baseball to be fun. That's the thing I want most. Baseball has to be fun, and if that's what makes baseball fun for the Padres, then I want to implement it. But that was the perfect time and place for it.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, if you're gonna take it out when you hit a walk-off home run where you hit it 450 feet, that's when you take it out.
Yeah, that's when.
There's not going to be a better spot. Pinch hit, first pitch, takes it 450 feet. Dude,
Yeah,
that thing was absolutely clobbered.
You gotta wonder what the Marlins pitching coach, he came out to talk with the pitcher thought after that. Like, what did you tell him? What could you?
I think he told him. I think he said, "Hey, this dude Alfaro, he swings at the first pitch every single time, throwing the dirt." I think he went up there, tried to throw the dirt, and he hung one on accident. And
Yeah, dude.
Alfaro said, he literally said, I was trying to hit it as hard as I could. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
hit it
yeah.
as hard as he could.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say the guy that ended up closing the game for the Marlins and that blew the save was from Ramona. I'm not entirely sure on that. Somebody let me know. But
I'm not sure.
if he was and his mom was there, I'm sorry. I feel bad, but um, it was a fun game. It was obviously frustrating for the longest time, but the whole point is that we came back and won. Um, Now, I think a lot of people were getting very, very panicked at the offense, which is understandable.
Me?
Yeah, yeah, I understand it, but at times it's important to remember that in an 162 game season, every single team in baseball is going to have these sort of 2, 3 game hiatuses until they snap out of it. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's a week. It's important to remember because although this lineup, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to back this lineup up. I still think it's bad. There's guys there. We have one, no, I'm sorry, two, maybe three guys batting over 230 right now. Um, so nonetheless, it's a bad lineup. But the whole point is that they're producing runs. They're walking at an absurd rate. They're producing runs. They're top 5 in runs produced right now, I believe. So, though it's not the way we want it, it's small ball, station to station baseball. You're getting on for the guys that are supposed to bring you in Manny Machado, Eric Hosmer. Hopefully, Crone ends up joining that soon. And then you have another bat or two that produces during the game. I don't know what that was. But that's how they've been winning. And if that's what it takes up until Fernando comes back, then so be it. Even if it's a boring pause. Even if it's a boring offense, then yo, even if it's a boring offense, then it's all right, whatever wins.
You banned that naked
Yeah, yeah,
HT?
yeah. I blocked him.
All right, good. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the way I see it, like, I am really concerned about the offense. However, like, okay, we were talking about this. The big guys that I feel like are really slumping in the starting lineup. So if you're considering Fernando's back, you're considering Cronenworth to be fine. Like, I don't expect Cronenworth. Like, I think he's gonna be all right. You look at Profar. I don't have a lot of faith in Profar. I'll tell you guys that right now. He
You're
got hot for
back.
a while, huh?
The naked's back. Sorry. Go for it. I got it. Go for it. Sorry.
No, you're chilling. You're chilling. So yeah, sorry anyone listening on podcast. It's probably a disaster. But you look at the offense. Cronenworth, he's going to be all right. Profar, don't have a lot of faith in Profar. Voigt's numbers say he's going to be way better, but he is lost right now. And you were talking about this with me earlier. You're saying it's probably going to take like a month because he's that lost. But then, like, we also look around. Grisham's been struggling for a while now. It's not just this year. It's for about almost all of last year, or over half of last year, I would say. Grisham was heavily struggling. He's been bad. Nola, since Nola's kind of had a couple of knee injuries and stuff, since he had a bunch of injuries, looks like he has no power, and he's not hitting the ball that well. I hope he gets better. He's supposed to be a 380 on base percentage guy, but that's not that great. So, like, there are a lot of holes. Now, the difference is you bring Fernando Tatis back and you get MVP level production. It kind of band-aids your flaws a little bit. But I am concerned about it still. And also at the same time, and I think we're probably going to do an episode on this soon, but you can trade for a bunch of different guys. You can upgrade in the outfield a little bit, get an average MLB player in the outfield, and you're upgrading left field, So, like, I don't think, like, it's going to look the same come August. I think this team will look significantly different offensively if guys don't improve. Because if they improve, okay, then your questions are answered. But if they're not, I mean, I fully expect changes to be made. This is a team the expectations were the playoffs.
Yeah.
We've ripped Preller, we've ripped the Padres. We've said, like, this is, like, they have underperformed. But the expectations were still the playoffs this year. And those were the expectations that we both had and Chase had too. So, I mean, I still think that they're going to make another move.
Yeah, I mean, going through all the guys that you were talking about, Luke Voigt. So we were talking about it in the chat. I think it's going to take like 3 or 4 weeks for him to get back on his feet, because it was noted that with his biceps injury, he tried changing his mechanics to be able to aid his bicep and so that way his biceps not affecting him as much. But he was off for a little bit. He probably didn't get to swing a bat, and then he comes back and he still has those same mechanics that he was using while he was being bothered by that bicep. And the unfortunate thing is, like, yeah, the guys take batting practice and all that before the games and all that kind of stuff, but you don't really have much time to make adjustments on the fly. Any adjustments are going to take some time getting used to. Um, it's not like in high school, college, where you have, a day, 2, maybe 3 between games to figure stuff out. He has to play every single day. So hopefully he's able to, I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping he's able to fix whatever mechanics are bothering him or whatever mechanics are flawed to be able to produce for this team in a sense where he's actually hitting for power the way we wanted him to. But we need him back sooner than later, because honestly, I'll take him over a lot of guys in this lineup right now. That includes Thompson for sure. But he would DH, so he obviously wouldn't take over for Thompson. But going to Austin Nola, I am worried about Austin Nola, because he already doesn't hit for much power as is, and that ball is dead. Somebody said it's like hitting wet socks in the pros. Somebody said that. So I don't know. I don't have much hope for him. Hopefully he gets his average up. In terms of power, I have no hope for him, but hopefully he's able to get his average up and just be a guy that's a singles kind of guy. Hopefully we get that out of him. Trent Grisham, I have hope. I still have hope. I know not many people do. I have hope. I think his approach is getting a little better. I think he's putting up some better at bats. That last at bat we saw where he hit it in the 3-4 hole, or no. Yeah. 3-4. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my baseball. Yes, he hit it in the 3-4 hole, and it just didn't get by. The guy made a cool play, and that's the play that Profar got thrown out on. I think his at bats are getting a little better. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, a dramatic difference, but I think he's going to improve. I'm hoping he's going to improve, because the base running is there. The defense is there. It's just he needs to be able to produce at the plate. That is all that is missing from Trent Grisham, production at the plate. He can walk. I mean, he's been decent at getting on base. I don't know what his on base percentage is, but at least feels that way. But hitting in general, he has not been that good. And that is his last like, what are the damn things called in Avengers? The Infinity Stones? That is his last Infinity Stone that he needs. So hopefully he's able to get that soon.
Dude, so for Grish, I'm concerned, man, because his problem is that, okay, he's a patient hitter, right? Dude, you cannot take a 1-2 fastball down the middle of the plate. You just can't. And that's not just him. That's the lineup across the board. That is what has been driving me crazy, especially with him, especially with Nola. Dude, Nola today took 2 right down the middle.
I know.
Like, and I was just like, dude, this is, or maybe one of them was kind of inside, but one of them was like directly down the middle. And it was like, bro. And I think Kim took one too down the middle. Like, that's the thing that's just killing me. That's why I'm losing faith in Grisham, because Grisham, I feel like his approach of like, yeah, he's patient. Sometimes it looks really good when he's hot, but if he's not hot, it just looks like it looks like he's taking a lot of pitches, but when he swings, he's never making contact, dude. It feels like that. He did have a hit late in the game, right? So, like, maybe not never, but he's not hitting enough, of course. Like, and it's getting rough. With Nola, dude, I mean, Nola was supposed to be my comeback player. Also, you notice that the only person that has been right who picked their comeback players was if anyone picked Hosmer. That's the only one who's been right so far.
Yes.
Because, like, if you would pick anyone else in the Padres, it would not have worked right now.
I picked Snell.
I guess
he hasn't even
Darvish
played.
maybe. Yeah, Snell hasn't played.
Yeah, Darvish has been good. Outside of that one start, guys, he has a 1.44 ERA. He's been good.
Dude, even better now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So he's
that was
been great.
before last start, right?
I think so.
Dude, and also, like, I'm fine with if his ERA looks kind of high because every few games he gets completely rocked.
Yeah.
I just don't get rocked in the playoffs, right? That's all I gotta ask. Like, don't have one of those. But if throughout the course of a regular season, if you're putting up every 5 games you have one game that's really bad, and all the other games you're like completely money because he has been. That's perfect. I'm totally happy with that. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about that because the bounce back candidates have not really worked out. But that's why I'm concerned about the lineup. There's just so many guys where Voit, like, dude, I hope Voit pans out. I see people in the comments were saying that he was putting up like an MVP numbers like before he got hurt last year, and his 2020 season was amazing too. So it's rough because like I was expecting that dude to come in and just be a solid cleanup hitter.
Me too.
And it has been everything but that to this point. He's been hurt and he's looked really bad when he's out there. I also think something that always gets brought up when guys get traded at the end of spring is that everyone that gets traded at the end of spring always struggles with their new team to start the year.
Yeah.
We're seeing that, right? So
yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know. That's where I'm concerned about this team. Starters, money. Bullpen. I didn't get to do the bullpen episode. That was the day that my computer broke. But that one, like, I feel confident about the bullpen being able to kind of handle things. There's a couple guys that are really struggling and probably aren't going to be a part of it that much longer. Outside of that, like, you have good pieces. You have a bunch of good pieces in there. You have an amazing closer. Best closer that the Padres have had in quite some time. So I don't know. I'm not super concerned. Castillo's going to come back soon. He looked really good last week in the minors. He pitched almost 6 innings over the last couple weeks. So he's going to be back soon. If you need someone, I have a feeling Cops will be able to get called up. So I don't know. I'm not super concerned about the bullpen. I'm just concerned about a few holes in the lineup. And that's what it is for me. But they're big concerns.
This dude, Naked HD, has unlimited accounts. This dude, I don't know how he keeps getting past these blocks, but it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest concern right now is the power. You don't have a lot of power in your lineup. You really just have Manny Machado. That's about it. When you look at the rest of the lineup, you look at Cronenworth. He has 1 or 2. I don't know what that is outside, but you have 1 or 2 home runs from Jake Cronenworth. I don't know how many. I think you have 3 from Hassan. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not like most of the guys outside of Profar Machado have maybe 3 home runs. I want to say, I'm not entirely sure, but I look at the slugging numbers of this team. This team in slugging percentage ranks 20th, I believe. I just looked right now. 20th. So 359 slugging percentage. If I look at OPS, this team is also 20th with a 678 OPS. If I look at home runs, 14th. So, I mean, it's not.
What are their runs?
Oh, dude, their runs are good.
That's what I was thinking.
Their runs are good. They are now 8th in runs, so they fell a little bit.
20th in OPS, 8th in runs?
20th in OPS, 20th in slugging percentage, even lower in average. They are low in average.
I'm not surprised.
8th in runs. But what they have been doing a lot is getting on base. And I don't know if I can pull up on. Yep, I can. They are 7th in on-base percentage. They're getting on base and they're just moving guys over. They're playing quality baseball. It's not the baseball that we know as of today where it's like, you're down whatever it is. You could hit a home run, you hit 2 home runs, you're back in the game. This is a team that probably can't do that, but they play good station to station baseball, and they're playing the baseball that most of us probably knew growing up, station to station, just getting guys over and getting some timely hitting to help you win the ball game. So that's what's helping out this team right now. But I'm not that worried yet about the offense. As long as this starting pitching is there, we're going to win a lot of ball games. The starting pitching's been fantastic, and we're going to need the bullpen to step up big time because, being one of the worst bullpens in baseball while your starting rotation is one of the best in baseball absolutely cannot happen. Hopefully they come through, though. And there's, like you said, there's going to be some reinforcements next month. How many games are we going to blow in the next month? I don't know. There are, of course, some main culprits and the reason that this bullpen's not performing. I feel like we have to talk about it. And it sucks. It sucks so bad because I don't like talking about it. Dinelson Lamet. What do you guys think of Dinelson Lamet? Because I'll say it right now. He should have got Tommy John.
He looks bad, dude.
He looks bad. And so here's the thing, right? I know Guys generally don't come back good from their second Tommy John surgery. It's a fact. It's a fact. I actually sometimes you don't even get to pitch again after your second Tommy John surgery. So he opted to not get the Tommy John surgery. And this is I forgot I was talking to someone earlier, and I was saying, it's unfortunate because as a doctor, you have to give your patient every single medical um what am I trying to say? Every single treatment they can possibly get. So you have to put down, okay, you can either get Tommy John or you can get PRP, plasma. And he opted for the PRP, unfortunately, when he could have been back by now as a starting pitcher. And it's unfortunate that he opted for the PRP, but he's washed now. It's not the Dinelson Lamet we all knew, and it could be because of his elbow, or it could be because he's not comfortable in the reliever role. But the slider is not there. The slider control is not there, is what I meant to say. His fastball velo is not really there. I mean, it's up there sometimes, but the control's also not there. So it sucks. It's not like he's a trade piece. Who's gonna want him? We're just gonna have to deal with it, and we're just gonna have to see if he can go down. Maybe he can go down to AAA, maybe because he needs some tuning up. I don't know, but something has to happen to Nelson Lamet. It's tough. It's very tough, and it's probably hard for a lot of people to think, oh well, he still has options. Let's send him down to AAA. But something has to happen. Something has to give.
He doesn't look like the same pitcher from 2020 or before that. He looks like a different guy. Even last year, he looks significantly different. Like, he was showing it a little bit last year, but dude, it's tough to see it. Like, I don't know, dude. And he's a guy too, like, because like when you basically the shot is just like a stem cell type thing, right? That's the way I've kind of understood it. Do you know that much about it? Which is
I
because
don't know much.
That's usually used for like cartilage stuff. That's not
Yeah, I
used to
don't.
like repair your elbow, dude. Like,
Yeah, I don't know much about the PRP. I just know that the success rate is very low on it, and it's pretty much something you do just to, if it helps, it helps. If not, I get Tommy John. But that's not been the case with Denelson Lamet.
okay, I see that we got a couple super chats. First from Greg Gooch, then from Ratboy King. So thank you guys both for those.
Thank you, guys.
The question is about Blake Snell. Do we trade Blake Snell? Isaac, you go first.
Nah, nah.
I don't want to trade him.
I don't want to trade him. I think I think especially Ruben Nebula, you're gonna get a really good year out of Blake Snell. Now, I mean, you guys got to notice. Somebody has to notice. He was horrible with Larry Rothschild, and the moment Rothschild is gone, literally the moment. It's not 2-3 starts later. The very first start, he was lights out after that. So I understand he's injured. He got injured at the back end of last season. He got injured at the beginning of this season. And if there's an arm, because we've talked about it, and it sucks. But there was an article saying the Padres have gotten calls on both Darvish and Blake Snell. They've gotten calls about him because we have loads of starting pitching right now. I don't want to trade either of them, but if we're so inclined to trade either of them, who would it be? Because I honestly would have such a hard time picking. I think I'd have to.
Wait, I mean, I like him a lot, but you got to trade Darvish.
Yeah, I agree. It's tough.
Like, you look at what where this team's at financially, and that's why you would want to trade Darvish. But also, that's the thing. A lot of those trades, it's like, oh yeah, you can move Darvish, yeah, and you have to eat half his deal. Like, even if the team wants him, because like usually teams don't eat that much contract, like of a contract in the middle of the year. So, yeah. I don't know.
I agree, man.
See, Hog's in the stream. How's it going, Hog?
I would.
Let's see. I don't know. I think Darvish. I definitely think Darvish.
I agree, and it's tough. Let's be real. We're not going to trade either of them. They're both a very high use for this Padres team. We can either have a situation where we have too many starting pitchers and make the playoffs, or we can have a situation where we have a couple injuries and we have no starting pitchers and we miss out on the playoffs, a la last year.
Exactly.
Right? So there is one that I prefer much more than the other. And this is a playoff team. We don't want the same thing as last year where we missed the playoffs because our starting pitching sucks, because we have to throw out Jake Arrieta, because we have to throw out Vince Velasquez, guys off the street. So yeah, let's not trade either of them. Let's keep them. They're both fantastic pitchers. Both have a proven track record. And as of right now, Darvish has been lovely. Darvish has been fantastic. So let's just wait and see with Blake Snell.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to trade Snell. Also, like, look, like, I get, like, okay, like, I get where you're coming from, Greg. Like, hey, he wasn't that good last year. Like,
I agree.
that's true. That's
Mhm.
true. But here's the thing, and this is what we were kind of talking about. I don't know if we were on stream or when we were talking about this. I know me and you were, but dude, you want Blake Snell pitching in a
Yes.
big game. He's a big game pitcher. I think Blake Snell screws around a little bit. Like, I think he does. I think that everyone talks about it, and, like, a lot of times they deal with athletes. It's like, oh, whatever. I think he's kind of like that. I think he's kind of a goofball. I mean, you see how he interacts with everyone, right? He's a very laid back person. But when he's been in big moments throughout his career, he's been a baller, dude. Like, he is a guy that you want to pitch an elimination game because you know he's going to go out there and he is going to absolutely rip through opposing teams' lineups. So if he's not going to pitch that much right now, not the biggest thing in the world. Like, we don't. I mean, right now the Padres are basically going with a 6-man rotation right now. I don't know if you've caught on to that, Isaac. It wasn't like it was announced or anything, but I mean, Clev is pitching.
No.
They just added Clev
yeah.
in, and they didn't say anything, and they're just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this for a little while. Martinez and Gore, I think, are both pitching this next series.
Yeah. So
Like, everyone's pitching.
Yeah. Just so real quick. Who was it? Bob or Annie? While one of the games was going on, it was confirmed they're going to be rolling with the 6-man rotation for right now. Just for right now. I don't know how many games, but they're going to be rolling with it. So we're going to see all of them. And I was really, really hoping they wouldn't do it. I understand it, but I really wanted to see someone come out of the pen, which obviously would have been Martinez. But I'm not going to question the great Bob Melvin. He's been lovely. I'm not going to question any of his decisions. I mean, it makes all the sense in the world. You know, hopefully you're going to give your bullpen quite a bit of a break. Honestly, they don't even go really hand in hand. I was just trying to pew something out. But Martinez, you can't take somebody out that's been pretty good. His expected ERA was really bad up until this last start, but who cares? He's been fantastic. Nick Martinez you're back. Nick Martinez has been really good. So honestly, way better than I expected. So as of right now, the 6-man rotation is going to be the way to go. What are you going to do when Blake Snell comes back? I don't know, but this is one of the best problems I can think of in baseball, and I'm super happy to have it. Who knows what they're going to do? I hope they all can. There's got to be some way to have them all pitch. There's got to be some way, but hopefully they're able to figure that out. You don't want to take anybody out of the starting rotation as long as they're doing, the things that all of them are doing right now. So hopefully, we keep seeing this rotation ball out the way they are. But any more questions you guys have, anything you guys want to talk about, let us know, and we'll try and get them out as fast as possible. But I'm trying to think of something to ask you. Who's someone to talk about? Tony Gwynn Day tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna be cool for anyone going to the game. What is it? May 9th? Is that tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. Get there early. Go get that shirt. That shirt is so cool. They've shown it a million times on the TV. You have to go get it. So hopefully you guys are able to make it out there. Yeah, this naked dude is he is everywhere. He is producing at an MVP level right now. And I mean, I don't know what else to say about him.
From reading, Ace is like, you can't do anything about him, man. It's inevitable. He's gonna come in. There's nothing you can do. I'll see people. Hog, we gotta get you on soon, man. It's been a minute since we've jumped on each other's shows, so we gotta set something up here. I don't know what happened. I thought your channel was fine. Apparently something happened with the copyright thing, so apologies on that. But we gotta get you on soon, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who's going tomorrow? I see Quan Sam is going. Dude, I kind of want to cop one of those jerseys. I'm not gonna lie.
They're so cool, dude. It's funny because Mud was talking about it, and you know how when they do like the colors up here, like on the neck and the sleeves, normally it's the same material as the shirt.
Yeah.
It's just different colors. It's not. It's like it feels like an actual jersey. It's so cool.
Oh. Yeah, it feels like it's actually like the real thing. So they're like nice jerseys.
They're nice, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Yeah, dude, you gotta go tomorrow then.
I want to, but I don't know. I'm gonna try. Everyone in the chat.
Think about it this way. If you go tomorrow, that jersey is gonna be more than a ticket.
Oh, I know. Oh, Look at what Quan said. I'll try and get an extra shirt for you guys. Hey, you'd be a real one if you did that.
That'd be hype, dude.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, man, I want to go. I'm gonna try for sure. For everyone in the chat, they were talking about which jerseys the Padres were. They were saying that they should retro those jerseys that are coming out tomorrow. This guy Naked is just playing at an absurd level.
We gotta after this, we're gonna have some people to become mods too.
Yeah, absolutely. But let us know which jerseys you guys would want to be retroed. Which jerseys do you guys want to see again? Let's say they brought them out once a month. Which jersey would you guys want to see?
I think these ones.
Yeah, 98?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like those coming out tomorrow. I'm going to have to go with those. I love those 98 jerseys, though. I love the navy and all.
Those ones are pretty sick.
Yeah.
I just think they're more similar to the one that there's. What's tomorrow? What year's tomorrow? Is that
84?
Okay. They're just a little bit more similar to the current Padres jerseys.
Yeah, exactly.
They are different, though. Maybe it's better. Yeah. Maybe it's actually better. Now I'm talking myself into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Then like, they're wearing their colors.
Exactly. They're so cool, too, dude. Like, honestly, those are some of my favorites for sure. 90, I'll see, 98. 98's going to be a very popular choice for sure. 98's a beautiful jersey. I love those. Only God can free. That's a God tier comment there, Ace.
Let's see. What's we got? Yeah, everyone's going 98, dude. Mm-hmm. But I think those are the two. Those are the two, right? Those are the two options that you decide from. There's nothing else that's really in the conversation, is it?
No.
You guys all hate the sand color jerseys.
I like those.
Even though I like them, but I love saw what happened when I announced that last time.
I love those. Yeah, everyone's going 98.
Here, I have this one in 1 second. I'll show you guys.
I respect the 98. I have the I mean, you guys probably all know it. The Tony Gwynn batting practice one.
These are the ones that everyone hated, dude.
I hate those. I hate those.
The Chris Young jersey?
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, yeah, no one liked those. It's all right. I'll rock them. I'll rock
them. Yeah, I didn't like those. Why don't you like the sand color, Ace? I think the sand is so cool.
It's San Diego. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah. Chase isn't making dinner. I don't know what happened to Chase.
Yeah, I have no idea where Chase is. He'll probably be on tomorrow.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're gonna have an episode out on I think different trade scenarios, different guys that the Padres can actually make a move for. There's a few guys that I think they could. There's honestly a lot. So maybe we'll do like 5 guys or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys want us to do for Tuesday? Because we'll go live on Wednesday evening. But what else are you guys thinking? Because I don't know. It's so much different during the season than the off season. Because the off season, it's like, oh, this guy's rumored. Okay, well, of course we're going to talk about this guy.
Exactly.
But I don't know.
Go for it.
I was just going to say, I don't know. I just want to hear what you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want us to talk about, because I'll tell you, sometimes, before we're recording, we're like, shoot, what the heck are we going to talk about? It can be hard. It's pretty hard to come up with some good topics. But we'd appreciate you guys' help for sure. We're actually talking about this. Yeah, we were actually talking about this earlier. So Laureano coming off an 80-game suspension. Not my first choice, only because the other guys that we're going to mention, and let's know who you guys think would be a decent or a good outfield option to trade for. The other guys are already going to be in midseason form, where Laureano would barely be, picking it up. But the upside of Laureano is that you're going to get him for cheap. He's proven. He's a good fielder, and I mean, he'd be. I like him. I always thought he was fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, okay, when we were bringing up him, he's going to be less expensive than all the other guys. He's coming off of a suspension, and he's on his last year of his contract. He's literally the cheapest option there is.
Yep.
So I think you can make a move for him early, right when he gets back, and you can still potentially make a move later for another outfielder. Say you want to swap Grisham or swap Myers or something like that in the deal and, upgrade at an outfield spot, and then he's your left fielder. Or he's your right fielder. I don't know where you put him. But you could do something like that where you could end up making 2 trades to your outfield if you go and acquire him. Because he is dude, there's no way he's going to cost a lot. It's going to
No.
be a small amount to add him, and he's immediately going to improve your team a lot. So I think that's why I like it, because I don't think it's like, okay, if you go and trade for Joey Gallo, guess what? That's a trade you had. You're not trading for anyone else. Like, you're going to trade for Joey Gallo, and that's going to be it. If you go and you try to trade for, who's the other guy we're going to talk about? Verdugo? Okay, like, that's probably going to be your big trade, because you're not going to want to go give up a bunch of other stuff in case something bad happens and you're going like all in on this year. Like, you don't want to do something like that. So I feel like with him, it gives you a little bit more flexibility too. So that's why I like it.
Yeah. A couple more options. Well, I mean, I don't really want to reveal all the options we're going to talk about.
Real quick, sorry. He
4
has
years
4 years of control.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
I still think he'd be pretty cheap considering the A's suck and they're trying to get rid of everyone. And I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I still think he'd be cheap. There's other options. I mean, I think you guys all know the options: Benintendi, Verdugo, JD Martinez has been brought up. So there's quite a few options out there, and I feel like there's only gonna be more options as the season goes on. But it's inevitable. The Padres are gonna need to make a move for an outfielder. They need a bat out there. They need a bat pretty desperately. So hopefully it's not Adam Frazier all over again, because that would be one of the worst things to happen. That was one of the worst things that happened to the Padres last year. Adam Frazier was horrific. I'm pretty sure he's actually doing pretty good now on the Mariners, right? Am I right?
Yeah, he is.
He's doing good, right?
At least earlier in the year he was.
Yeah. So good for him.
Dude, Mariners fans apparently love him. I have a friend that one of his best friends is a Mariners fan, and he's like, dude, they're so hyped over this dude Adam Frazier.
Yeah, dude, he was doing good. I remember for sure he was doing good earlier. So props to him.
Yeah, I don't dislike him or anything. It just didn't work out well.
Yeah, just didn't happen.
So let's see what else we got. I think that's probably gonna do it. So anything else that you guys think that we should talk topic wise, either this next episode on Tuesday or later in the week, let us know. But I think that's all we got for today. So thank you all for tuning in. We go live after every series ends, like about an hour or so after. So I believe the Cubs series, I'm pretty sure it's a 3-game series. So we'll either be live on Wednesday, and if we can't end up doing Wednesday, we'll usually do the day after if it's an off day. But that's kind of been our schedule with the live streams, and then all the days in between we'll do other segments just on any topics. And if you guys bring up the topics, we'll talk about those as well. But that's all I got, Isaac. Anything else you want to add before we take off?
Oh shoot, I was typing. Thank you, Jaron. We all think this Gallo move right here is inevitable. Very happy that the Padres won today. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Go celebrate your loved ones, and thank you guys for tuning in today.
And shout out Rat Boy. He donated 2 times.
Thanks again. But yeah, have a good one, guys.